Warriors, the Mike and Dale show. Here we are. Everyone's talking Bitcoin, Mike, and here we go. We've broken out to new highs, came out of this little symmetrical triangle here. Now, Ellioticians would say this is very possible 4, implying that the next wave out is 5, which means it's terminal. And I was thinking of you, it has to do some work, but even on the daily, you see how we're still diverging, not confirming here.
Yeah.
But on shorter term time frames, it has confirmed, so it may have to do a little more work, make a new high, 30,800. But I believe that in the next week or so that it's going to be a breakout failure back under this 29,000 level. And I'm thinking about Bitcoin at new highs, while coin, I don't know why it's looking so small here, but coin is just trying to get into the gap. So I would use this rally. The gap is filled at 76.86. We're still pretty far away from filling a gap. And in fact, it'd be more bearish if it didn't fill the gap. I'd sell it halfway into the gap, wrong over the high of the move, because then you're going to get a big move, and then look for a breakdown under 60, which, you could be looking at $40 coin. If coin was so good, why isn't it leading Bitcoin? Why has it taken a huge move in Bitcoin just to get coin off the mat at $60 without filling the gap yet?
It's very simple. Buyers buy higher and sellers sell lower. It's just they'd rather buy Riot. Riot's the one they're taking up now. Or they'd rather take, the Bitcoin ETF up. That's how it is, Coach. It's
okay. Well, I'm just saying, here's a weak sister that you made some money being short. This may be a better short. Right. Anyway, I wanted to bring that up before I turn it over.
Listen, it's a third day up. Where's the stock right now?
71.36,
71.40. Maybe try it at 72. No, it's one of these 72.5. It hits the wall.
Maybe after the CPI number, if we get a good number, they'll try and pop everything tomorrow. Low inflation number. So I wanted to talk about a couple other things.
Sure, please.
That I think are really significant for the market here. And I actually think we could challenge and take out last Tuesday's high of 41.45 in the S&Ps, maybe trade 41.70, maybe even 41.85, maybe 42. But I'm going to be getting short with a close stop over 42. They could trade above it, but it has to close above it. And here's a couple of the reasons. Would you say that Microsoft is a very important stock that's held up the market for quite some time here?
Yes.
Okay, so we're on the verge.
It's one of the four. It's one of the 4 to 5 stocks that's held up 50 to 60% of the market. Correct.
Well, we're about to get a breakout failure here in Microsoft. If you see the chart, last week we talked about it, huh?
I'm well aware of it.
All right, so okay, our viewers aren't.
No, all
right. Anyway, this is where we were Thursday. I said, look, we're testing the breakout, and it had a huge candle that day, the next day. And here we are again. That's not a good sign. So that's a pretty important part of the market.
How about your Apple now? Apple's going the other way.
I was going to bring.
I believe, but some of these stocks are still setting up, in maybe to a degree, for some bull flags, Coach. This is what you kind of want.
All right. Well, I'm just saying, here's AMD. I know you were short this, and I don't think this is going to see new highs. With the rest of the semis, that's a pretty lousy close. And here's the star. And I actually thought we'd get one more drive for 3. Pretty ugly day. Semis also were a leader. So we said Microsoft looks vulnerable. Some of these semis look vulnerable, though. You top picked this one, Mike, and are you surprised it went as deep as it did? And I could see your flag argument, but this is not such
Nevada
a great.
My God, Nevada. Let me go back to that. Nevada, I believe is. I wouldn't be adding to Nevada. Nevada, I believe, is either piece out of it or take some off, or I don't know if necessarily short. Nevada, I wouldn't be buying on this dip.
Okay, okay. Anyway, I think they're all pretty good shorts with tight risk. You could risk the highs. anyway, you're obviously more bullish than I am. And then here's the industrials. And I saw your piece on the hedge funds being the most short they've been since 2011. You don't think that makes me feel nervous about being bearish? But you know what doesn't make me feel bearish? Price action.
That's correct.
The sentiment bothers me, but some of this price action I think is pretty bad. So we talked about Apple too
Right.
last week, and you were short. You were
I
short.
was. I made the hard money. I made it
Yeah.
when the NASDAQ was going. Yeah, I made the hard money.
Yeah.
And now it's the easy money to be short. It's America. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And this is what, 7% of the S&P?
Yeah.
Okay. So if this is done, and you really can't say it's done until we close back under 56, that would be analogous to Microsoft's leading it down. But back under 56, you want to see some targets I have in Apple sometime this year? I'll show you the speed lines, and they intersect. Look at all this confluence at 120.
No, I've seen that type of chart before. Those charts. No, I understand.
Anyway,
I wouldn't talk out of the trade. I'm not talking.
Okay. Well, if I get a rally in the S&Ps to new highs and Apple doesn't, it's a short to me. So here's the S&Ps. Everything else is rallying. You got a weak dollar. You got the metals going up again. And the S&Ps can't kind of get out of their own way. But the reason I think that, we could get one more stab up here is this was last Tuesday. You see this RSI reading?
Absolutely.
Okay, it confirmed. So we could get a new high and this time not confirm. And the last thing I want to talk about, and maybe I'm the boy who cried wolf because I was dead wrong on this gold silver ratio when I started liking it at this 84 level. But in my short video today, I talk about how sometimes an objective can also be a place to where you might want to start thinking about going the other way. So this was 92. The neckline was 86.
It's clear.
What is 86 minus 6?
80.
Okay, I mean, so you don't have to be a nuclear physicist to trade. I say if you can add and subtract and multiply and divide.
You certainly don't have to be a nuclear physicist. That's
well, here, Mike, I brought some flashcards. Do you remember those? Or
I know
they were
using? No, the kid that I cheated off of, I made sure he had good flashcards.
All right. Anyway,
I bought the flashcards for the kid that sat next to me. I didn't do it. Yeah.
Anyway, I think that we'll be bottoming out here and maybe rallying back. And just for today, silver seems to be struggling here compared to gold.
I tried to be fancy. I'm not going to lie. They got me.
Okay. Anyway, I'm going to try silver short at new highs, maybe 25
really?
and a half.
Okay.
Look at this RSI, Mike.
I know.
All right. So if it blasts to
I'm going to do that. You're right. That's something you retaught me after all these years too. I forgot about it.
And you know what? If you don't, you want to be conservative. If it takes out 24 and a half, I wouldn't be long silver because you could see 22 and a half in a hurry. And so I'm all bared up for the rest of the week. And now I'm going to turn it over to you, bro. Okay, and tell me what you're seeing. That's a great part of what we do is we have the balance. We're not trying to talk a company line. We don't have product that we're trying to distribute to the public except knowledge. Pretty good thing to be giving away, don't you think? Knowledge.
Well, okay, this is what the John Rahm that won the Masters a few days ago. This is what he says. He says, how do you define greatness? You know what he said? He says he took a line from the late Kobe Bryant. Greatness is being able to inspire others to do what you want to do.
Wow.
I mean, you can have so many trophies. I get it. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
I'm happy where I am in terms of, and that's,
I'll get you a trophy. Trader of the year. Hey, let me ask you, Mike.
Listen, I'm on a roll. Don't do that, please.
Oh, come on.
Take it back.
I just want to ask you if you've ever been to a retirement dinner for a trader.
A retirement dinner?
Yeah.
No, nobody ever said no. There's never a happy retirement. You know what I mean? The guy.
I'm just wondering if you ever saw anyone get a gold watch and a vacation
No, I never said,
and
oh,
thank
no,
you for all your,
no,
gut wrenching work. No
no.
retirement
No,
dinner.
there's only
Oh,
bad retirements. There's no good retirements in trading because you're always involved. I'll be having the microphone with the
and
wood.
I guess they're only forced retirements because you can't click your mouse, you can't recognize a chart, or you're broke.
That is
That's
true.
how traders retire.
Fast. All right. So what's going
All
on?
right, go ahead.
Aside from the
Or
gold,
wealthy.
well, listen, Coach. Like again, if it would, the best views comes from the hardest climbs. It's not. That's not. Believe me, I tried that route. It fucking doesn't work. So let me go here. Here's our screen. You know what, Coach? I understand that it's still stock picking. We had some nice winners today. The mantra that I always live by is a stock with good price range, a good price action range and volatility.
Which happens
Sometimes
every
they
day.
sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. This is
Wow.
one that did yesterday. Finished near the high, great volume. I wouldn't want to be shorted. Stop. I mean,
What does it do?
it's a pharmaceutical.
Okay, so the bios have been acting great, huh?
All right, so there you go. From 19 to 22. As I said, I sold it at 21.72. So
Was
stock,
it an option sweep that pointed your eye towards it, or was it your
some
own
of it, yes,
stuff?
it was. It was also that it's heavily shorted, and it did have actually very good news.
Okay.
As you can see my screen here, we had some Weight Watchers that are in the fund. So certain stocks have been working. The stocks that have been in play, like I said, your Microsoft, and these are the big mega cap stocks that are seemingly resting and giving some other stocks that to have some sort of base. AUPH I bought yesterday, right on the low at the 200-day.
What's that?
The 50-day of bio.
Okay, so aren't bios defensive?
Well, you know what? They certainly haven't been acting that way. I mean, if you look, isn't Kellogg defensive? Isn't General Mills defensive? This is General Mills chart, but here's the chart on the XBI. So I don't know how that's being defensive. Yes, it used to be, but now it's not. So,
What's
some of these
XBI? The industrials or
XBI,
what?
the biotech index.
Bio, okay. All right, because I know it used to be, but I have a lot of used to be's.
Okay, another one. You took another one.
Riot.
A pure play. This was actually, when Bitcoin was going before it's almost like if a stock is near 90, it usually hits par.
Yeah.
If something's at 98 and 28.5 to 29,000, it's probably going to 30. No.
Yeah.
At least that's
big round numbers. Big
so
round numbers
Riot,
are
assuming that why Riot had tremendous volume, price range and action, new high, finished at the high, and it did the same thing today. It did the up, it did the little bit of a dip in the rip to get the weak hands out, and kept going. So a lot of stocks are pure plays that are working.
Any other crypto trades that are working like Riot?
Well, Mara's going, MARA, another one that goes with it. SI.
I don't like it. That wasn't a good chart on Mara. I don't know.
Mara, no. Well, it actually was it was second hand to Riot. Riot became the leader. So Riot was already breaking out. Mara was second.
Be careful if it's ever back under that green moving average now. That's
well, I'm not. That's not something I would be particularly short because it has a lot of the other important ones, the red, white, and blue moving averages being in the top, the 50 days and the 21 days support. So granted, I'm not chasing. I think it has more of an up move. I'm not going to lie to you. Once it gets,
what are you looking for? 12?
Yeah, I do. I look for 12.
You could get 12 the way these things.
Yeah,
move.
you can get easily to 12, and the weekly of the 15 magnet. Yeah,
it's a bear market rally.
There's Mara weekly. Mara just broke the 50. Mara has room. So what are the other ones? AMD and Nevada actually go with Bitcoin. I don't even know why they're not going with these GPUs. But we saw a healthy option flow in Delta. The airlines took a lot of option flow yesterday. What else took option flow? Coles had a good chart yesterday with range, good price action and volume. Moving average starting to curl up, but it was a third day up. It took a little off there. I'm just, Coach, I'm playing. I'm just continuing to stock pick, obviously aware that what Apple, Google, and Microsoft are doing. And there was another, to see what that.
I was going to ask you about oils.
Well, Exxon and PXD had that, Exxon was rumored to merge with PXD yesterday. It has a little bit of a hangover. But the other ones that are rumored in the rumor mill would be Devon Energy, which recovered nicely after getting decimated. I bought SM yesterday in the fund. I like that chart with the gap up. That's more of a natural gas, but I'm going to start building in this. I like this position more. SU, which was one of literally the top 5 to 10 option plays last year of all 2022. That one I would start to revisit again. There's something going up.
What does SU do, Mike?
SU is a nat, it's an
Nat
oil.
gas.
It's a nat gas. It's a driller. It's got everything in it. There's an amalgamation of things. Really, it's
Okay.
really an
So
oil.
that's interesting because the price has been decimated in nat gas and it's coming out of a base now. So makes sense.
CarMax, this came out with earnings, a big range. I
I
shorted
bought
it.
my car at CarMax.
You kidding me?
Very nice job they did.
I'm gonna get my car repossessed from CarMax. So it's a coincidence. We both did business there. CarMax is being facetious. 3 days up 62 to 71. Right before I came on the air, I was up nicely in this thing. My average price is what? I was shorting right before it came on the air at 11 o'clock.
Now it's in your face.
Now they freaking got me. I'm short a lot of it too. But you know what I mean? It might be by timing. So the market looks good here, Coach. The VIX is making new lows. That's a non-event. Somebody gave me this BMEA before I came on air, right? BMEA. This is a resumption trade right before I came on at 11 o'clock. They told me to buy it. 27.43. Stocks 20. I left $1.
Is that a biotech too?
It is.
No, well, I mean, bio's getting the flow today, man.
What else did they tell me to buy, the bastards? SOUN they told me to buy. Accumulate. All right, but that came in a little bit. AI, another artificial intelligence stock, huge range, 25.20, basically down to 23.20.
It doesn't look great.
Volume, artificial intelligence. You don't have to pick away, just trade it. Pardon me.
I love that article that Michael Turk put out about how they did a study with AI doing all the trading.
Yes.
And it's actually concluded that the emotion and the gut instincts and intuition gave humans an edge over the machines. How about that? For justifying our existence.
Well, I need that. I need something to justify my job at this point.
Right.
Well, actually, I don't need one.
Anyway, so CPI tomorrow.
Listen, and you know what this market is all about?
Dollars weak again. It tried to break out, failed to negated the breakout.
This is what the market is right now.
Oh, you're going to show a hopscotch?
Yes, I am. Okay, this is Monday right here.
Okay.
It's images.
I want the one for 179. Oh, my back. I'm kidding.
Okay, this is hopscotch if you've ever heard of it. Okay.
Washable and throw away. Oh, okay.
Okay, so this is let's say this is Sunday night when you think the futures are opening your way. All right, good. Yeah. Then this is Monday morning when you think that everything is good. So it's hopscotch. This is the CPI. This is going to speak on Thursday. Then Netflix has earnings. So but basically that's the whole market is hopscotch. It used to be Christopher Cross sailing into the sunset with a little bit of turbulence. You'd have to get out of the
every once in a while. You'd have to
navigate through some storms, and I get it. That's part of the job. But now this is it, short term. This is the Monday morning open. This is the turnaround Tuesday, 2 and 3. Then you run one leg for Fed Day. Then you don't know what's going to go on for CPI. This is what it's like. You're always on one leg. It used to be.
I'm laughing because it's so true. So, I mean, that's why you have to be tactical more than ever, is because it's not a smooth trend that you can just ride. It's volatility within sectors and
that's right. That's
rotation fine. And I mean, you were made for days like times like this.
I was trained for days like this. Okay. I ran with the ball. Believe me, I had the ball in, I ran with it, but I was trained. So there's Riot and Mara. So listen, anything that you're going to do, especially now midday, is going to be light shares, because this is the time when they could pull. Listen, there are some things there are some stocks that feels like they can pull the rug, and you just can't rest. And I'm not upset of where I'm buying. Great thing. The good thing is my entries, but I'm not as upset of where I sold things. I'm still short some Twilo. I'm short that nicely. Riot still going up. Look at this Riot. Lewis has Riot. This thing's going nuts. Riot. So listen,
Take half, Lewis.
yeah, no, Lewis likes Riot. Tesla. You know what I mean? Square is the market.
Tesla doesn't impress me yet.
No,
either.
Square is another short too. Tesla
that
doesn't
looks
impress
ugly.
me. RBLX, everybody told me to buy it last night for an overnight play. Now it's not bagged in it. Believe me, I'm not buying it here. AMD acting well. GFS should be down. ON. Marvell. MU is still having a little bit of a hangover after that huge 3-day up move. And then, so where does MU go from here? Every time it did this, it looks identical.
Yeah.
Right? See this little gap here?
Yeah.
A gap up green. See the same close? Same thing as yesterday. Boom. I mean, what do you do here? Just trade the volatility. Topscotch, baby.
All right, buddy.
So let's go to this. What's more important? Let's go to what the option players are doing, because you asked me to keep out, because that's really what's most important. Because the option players at this point, it's like,
Any conviction?
You already won on the pass. You're backing it up. You know what I mean? You're backing it up. You're already in the positive, and they're backing it up. That's what I like. I don't like these ODTs that cover, the people trying to hedge for 2 or 3 days. I want some guy going into freaking June and bombing away. And that's what we're going to start to tell you, because that's really real edification for me.
I saw you pass it. Yeah.
Okay, I'll post this later, the rundown via the Goldman Sachs desk. Big lots. You know what? Somebody did give me that too. That's a big short squeeze. Big lots. Risk reversal. This is going with Target, and this was, everybody thought Walmart was gonna go down. Walmart's still going up. Target, the daily. Big lot, huge short position. Big lots is almost like a Weight Watcher, thank God. Nice sale on Weight Watchers. So big lots, keep an eye on this. And it's never buy a stock because of a short position, but it seems to be in the correct sector. It's recession proof because it's a cheap place, and it's got somebody stepping out with some May calls. I like that.
Let's see some Costco.
Well, Costco went the other way. Actually,
Right.
Costco rebounded after a bad number the other day.
I see it now.
This was Costco's numbers the other day, Coach.
Yeah.
They could have kept it going. Now it's testing a little bit of resistance, but I wouldn't be surprised if it kept going.
Yeah, you might be right.
So, but that's a little emblematic about how Big Lots, Walmart, insiders are selling a Walmart. They've left probably $500 million on the table.
So what happens to the averages if Apple sells off, Microsoft sells off, semis sell off? Will the market hold by rotating into all these other things?
If oil goes up, I'm not quite sure. Certainly, I think the market would go down if they keep going into these recessionary plays. There's, I would say the VIX. I don't know. What shooting?
Well, you said this was interesting. Gerard.
Oh, by the way, here's another one. Go ahead, Coach. Go ahead.
The big buy in August cat calls, which we know I've been covering cat and have been negative, and Gerard said very unusual trade. They came in big in cat in August, so they're buying time. Maybe some conviction, a way to try and get long. I don't know. What do you think?
I wouldn't argue with the coach. I wouldn't argue. Deer, look at Johnny D. What's Johnny? Am I on the charts? What has Johnny D done? Now Johnny D is coming to a little bit of resistance. It's going to either take news a couple of days to see where it's going from here. Yeah. That's the line.
That's what I'm saying. These have been under pressure. Yeah, so these have been under pressure. Cat, Deer, and semis and Apple and Microsoft been heading up. Could we have rotation out of the mega caps and into things like cat and deer and oils and the real economy, cyclicals?
Here's another one, Coach. No, that's fine. That's why
what I'm thinking.
That's
what
why
would the market do?
Well, it would probably be tame. There's always a place to run to.
Yeah.
Let me just point something out in this big again. Big, another May bull bet. They're going into this thing. Stocks reaching 52-week highs. Are people spending money? Deckers, Elf Beauty Supply.
Oh, God, own some there. Yeah.
Stryker. So it's a couple of even like medical device companies. Heckler Mining going out till September calls. HL, you know that one. They're
Yeah.
not shy there. AU, more repeat flow in the minor. That's exactly what I
It
want.
hasn't stopped. Yeah.
But
Wow.
I'm in it. I'm in it. My price is here. But listen, every time it hits that 9, 9.8, 9.8, it
Is
pulls
that
back.
a DeMarc? Is that a DeMarc
Yes.
indicator? Okay. All
So
right.
I'm
We're
early.
not close
But
to a
listen,
9.
no,
We're
we're
not
over
close.
9.
We're over 9.
Way over a
Okay.
9. That's very rare. As a matter of fact,
Yeah.
where's
Okay. This is rare. So it's going to get crushed.
well, I don't know about get crushed, but I might be a
Back
little
to
bit early. But
22.
where's my price in it? My price in it isn't that bad. Where's my
You're
price?
right. You
I'm
know,
short 7,800 AU from my price is this. 26.85, it's 27.19. You know what I mean?
yeah.
What's hurting me
Okay.
now?
Okay.
CarMax.
All right. So you're short the
It's a
metals right
fucking
here.
CarMax. I'm short a little of it.
GDXJ, you're short too.
Yeah, I'm a short a little. Look at CarMax now. This
All right.
GDX Day took a shot. Why?
You keep those quiet, man.
Why?
I don't know. I hardly hear you talk about shorting the metals.
Okay, hold on a second. TradeGATEHub.
I don't
This is,
catch every post.
this is today, TradeGATEHub, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Short
it is.
CarMax, I'm long Oscar. Hold on. I posted it twice today. I was short AU. There's my AU short, 2
Oh, I
hours.
thought you say it was a monster. That's a comment I got because it was still strong. It was like
No,
a
the comment
monster.
is it's a monster that it was hurting me a little bit.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, you know what? I could always outrun Frankenstein. And, I wasn't worried about Dracula. I could wear some garlic. But the Wolfman, man, how do you get away from that guy, the Wolfman?
Who's the Wolfman?
He's a monster.
The Werewolf of London?
Kind of. Yeah. No, the Wolfman. Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
I used to
All
trade.
right. Well, anyway, I'm ready for to react to the CPI. I'm not going to predict it, but I'm ready to react to it.
Coin, they're going into April's in coin. You ready
Oh,
for
they are, huh?
VIX futures seeing some selling, got a way to go. Starbucks acting well. Similar to yesterday, oral action getting a bit quiet. Caterpillar August aggressive earnings. Caterpillar August call.
See? Yeah.
One other thing. What did I post?
This market's probably going to just melt up.
This big lot. I got to get in this fucking. Excuse me.
All right. Anyway, we will edit that out. And Mike, good hunting the rest of the day.
You too, guys. Any questions from anybody in the room? I apologize. I just got a little specific.
Yeah, it's okay. Mike V and Dale Pinkert signing off, saying, see you in the room.
See you in the room.
Sponsored by TradeView.
We'll be here all day like we are. Coaches, you know why? Because I'm in New York, coaches in San Diego. Lewis is in South America. We have high-level guys at all times trying to give you, giving you good information to at least extrapolate and come up with a plan for the trading day. We'll leave it at that. Thank you, everyone.
Okay, bye, Mike.
Cheers.